Okay, we want to welcome you back to the greatest show on the internet, none other than the Safehouse Show. This is your online pastor, Pastor Larry James, and today we have in the studio none other than Levance Lining, Sean Dollars, and Robin. How you guys doing?
Great, Pastor James. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. Glad to be here.
It is a great thing to be here, and I see we got Sean Dollars in the back looking all gangster and carrying on.
Right.
What's that all about, man?
I'm I'm thinking about not even saying anything. Y'all don't understand what just happened. The pastor's okay. The pastor's having all kind of technical difficulties. This is all his equipment, and he still don't know how to run it.
Hey, see now, if you didn't say anything, nobody would have ever known.
Well, you know I like to point out your flaws, man. You notice the pastor ain't been here for a while. He went and bought him a new Range Rover. He said the collections was up at his church. He got a new Range Rover. He just moved out in the Avon, what is it, Avon Lake?
No, L.A. I'm moving to L.A.
He moving to L.A. Yeah, he doing good. So just remember, when you drop something in that basket, you actually making a difference. You know, this
Praise
Range
the
Rover
Lord. Praise the Lord. All right, man, what's your show about this week?
Hey, listen, I want to welcome everybody back to the show. As you can see, we got the pastor back in the building. The good news for those of you that watch the show every week is that he don't watch them, you know, because you know that if he had been watching them, he probably wouldn't be on the show. Pastor, man, I done talked about flattening your tires. I done talked about my whole goal was to get you to cuss at me on the air. Man, I done said so much stuff, and you ain't even been watching the show, so it's good. So we survived. We've survived that. But we back. We got Robin back on the show. I was noticing, I don't know if you guys can see, Robin got tattoos and everything. You Christian? What type of Christian? What church you go to that y'all just get?
How many tattoos you got?
Listen, we gonna keep the focus on you.
I have a tattoo. I have 2 tattoos.
No, I'm looking at 4. That says Robin, Michelle, Will. Okay,
It's
all
one
right.
tattoo, 3 names.
3 names. Okay, and on the other arm,
Unfortunately, it says Sean.
it say Shine on it. Okay,
Yes.
all right. What church you go to?
Sean.
Okay,
What's
no.
the show gonna be about? The pastor, we need to talk. You talk about yourself.
Hey, listen. I want to welcome everybody back. We got the pastor back in the building. We got Robin back in the building. And unfortunately, Levance is supposed to be coming back next week. What do you mean good?
Good. Levance is a good actor.
What about your fans? They gonna remember you. Okay, we gonna sell you off into the sunset. We should have a cake with a candle in it or something for you for your farewell show. So what you gonna do after you leave here? You leaving all the suckers behind and you moving on to bigger and better things. Pastor, did you know she was in a commercial?
What?
Yeah.
Commercial, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, for chemical dependency and Chore Boy. You know what Chore Boy is? It's something you clean pots with, but crackheads use it.
You know, I know that you were on a good. I know you were on a commercial for your job, Robin. I do know that. I do know that. Okay.
Right, she got a promotion last week, and she thinks she all that. So Robin is gonna be moving on. So this is gonna be her last show. You still gonna call in?
Yes, I'm calling.
You gonna call in and harass me?
No,
Agree with the pastor
I
and
might
Levance?
keep you on your toes. You know, everybody else scared to check, except for the pastor. He just had to stay nice. You know, he don't want to go.
Oh, I ain't gotta stay nice.
Oh, okay. All
No,
right.
no.
Well, until I get you to cuss, man,
But I like being nice though. It's just I choose to be nice.
You're a nice guy. You're a nice
But
guy.
I'm still waiting to find out what this show is about today.
Right.
I mean, it's called the Safehouse Show.
Right.
And,
All right, we're going to get
waiting.
into what the show is about,
Okay.
all right? Because they putting all this pressure on me, as y'all notice. Now, I want to talk about a couple of things before we get into the content. Everybody rushing me. See, that's why I didn't want both of y'all here at the same time, because y'all both like to attack me. Okay, now you need to... Pastor needed to... What's the church you preach at again? Because we couldn't get that
information.
information.
One thing he asked you. You always tell me why you just can't answer the question that you being asked. He asked you 5 minutes ago, "What's the show about?" And you have not gave him an answer yet.
How you doing in school, Robin?
I'm doing very well.
So quiet. So keep it down, okay? But we go in deeper. All right. So Pastor, what's the name of the church you?
Due to technical difficulties,
okay. Due to technical.
Sean Dollar Show has been canceled for the afternoon.
I'm gonna go on and conform. I'm gonna tell y'all what the show is about. Wow, man. First of all, we want to do the first beginning was just to welcome everybody back and to welcome Pastor back because he ain't been here with us. He was doing his thing. We got some information that we're gonna get into a few things. We got Bill Clinton is in town. Why you shrug your shoulders? Pastor, you all right? Because Pastor probably think we said George Clinton and he want the funk. Now he want the funk, so he probably get up and think about back in the day. You used to listen to George Clinton, Pastor?
Oh, absolutely, man.
You smoked something when you...
Oh, sure did.
I know you did, man. I know. Now, y'all hear that, right?
See, all you got to do, tell the truth and you shame the devil.
That's right.
He ain't got nothing against you.
That's
Okay.
right.
He can't say nothing about you.
So what
Smoke weed, smoked all that stuff back
Did
then.
you?
Oh, my goodness gracious. Tried to sell it for a minute.
I ain't know that, man.
Oh,
I
yeah,
ain't know
man.
that. You tried to sell it?
Tried to sell it, couldn't sell it.
Okay.
Couldn't sell it.
I couldn't sell it either. I was smoking it.
Yep,
Customers couldn't come fast enough.
Come on.
People would just talk to it. They'd be like, is it any good? Be like, yeah, roll some of this up. You look up, all my stuff gone. I ain't sold nothing. Every time somebody asks me. So we got George Clinton. He's at Cuyahoga Community College.
Oh, really?
George Clinton or Bill Clinton?
Both. You know the way Bill get down, it's probably both of them down there. But we got Bill Clinton down at Cuyahoga Community College. I want to talk a little bit about another fallen hero in the city. We got Bernie Kosar with his third DUI. I want to talk a little bit about that. Got a gentleman named Anthony Ruiz. He's the 16-year-old guy that killed his pregnant girlfriend. She was 16 also, left her in the backyard for her father to find her, and his sentence was handed down. We got a local fight at a area restaurant I wanted to talk about. And then we got a couple of funny stories that we're going to get into. But first thing we're going to get into is Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is down at the Cuyahoga Community College doing a seminar on, healthy decisions and what did they call it? They called it something dealing with ethics and something dealing with morals and principles, and he talked a little bit about the government, and I want to know if I should be getting my ethical or moral or, is he the right person to be talking about that? Because I think he should probably be giving us some information on some other things.
Like what?
I don't know. What is he famous for other than being a president?
Why you want to talk about his flaws, though?
What do
You
you
want to talk about something that he did wrong?
Are you trying to... You going for best supporting actress in a...
I'm just saying, you need to talk about the bad things about people. Bring up the good. What did he do for the country?
I don't know what he did for the
But
country.
you know what he did wrong.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for him to be famous for what he's famous for, should he be making speeches about,
Well, I don't remember what he did. What did he do?
Pastor, you remember what he did?
I mean, look, Robin, you're absolutely right.
Right.
I mean, he was a great president, and he
What
did
do you
a lot
consider great?
And he did a lot of good things for the country. Now
Right.
he
He
did
did
he
some good things.
he did some good things for the country. He did some bad things for the country too. I didn't like the fact that he signed off on NAFTA, which allowed manufacturers and things to go across seas and take the jobs from us here.
Okay.
So that's why everything is made in China, because George
Right,
Clinton
right.
signed off on that.
Okay.
And then of course, Sean Dollars with his mindset is probably referring to Monica Lewinsky
Right.
and that scandal.
Do you know what that
You know,
was?
Something about some type of sex thing would happen. I don't know
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah, it was
I'm
a
not
sex.
into-
It was a sex thing.
I don't be into
Yeah.
the gossip and stuff.
Okay,
And
well,
that-
it wasn't
I like that
gossip.
about you. That's
it was
good.
The,
That's
it was
good.
the president of the United
But
States.
it's not interesting me because he made a mistake. He did something wrong. But you like to point out the wrong.
Yeah, I want to talk about it. I got a president that say, "Hey, come on in here," and hey, man, this is my president, man. I like George Clinton, man. He had
George Clinton or Bill Clinton?
Listen.
I see where his mind is at.
Right.
His mind is on the Funkadelics.
Right.
Hey, and I'm too young to even know about the Funkadelics. So Bill Clinton. And if I say George again, just understand that I'm talking about Bill. But a lot of people got them character flaws. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men. But I just didn't know that he should probably be the one to be speaking about principles and ethics, and he should be talking about something else, man, like smoking weed and all that other stuff that he said he did.
Well, how about this? Do you believe that if
he said he didn't inhale? He said he smoked weed like we did, Pastor, but he didn't inhale. So I don't know how you smoke.
Yeah, we know he wasn't being 100% truthful with that.
Okay, yeah, because I want the president to be honest. Say, look, I inhaled. Did a lot of stuff,
And he's not any longer president.
Yeah, so now he could go and get honest about it, man. I smoked it all the time, but he ain't gonna do that. He down there at Cuyahoga Community College telling all the people down there how they could be ethical. I thought that was kind of hypocritical.
But do you think a person that does something wrong in their past can't talk about morals and ethics and values because they made bad decisions?
I think he's the wrong one to be talking about it.
Well, I mean, he's a human being.
All right, give me an example. Give me an example of something you did wrong.
No, I want to talk about something you did wrong.
Give me an example of something that you did wrong, and then you can make an example does that qualify me?
I asked you, see, there you go.
You drove around without insurance. Remember that? When you had your white car,
what did
and
you
I'm just saying you had no insurance, so you saying that you the right person to promote auto insurance, even though you didn't have none.
Well, maybe she learned a lesson from it, and now she can say, "Hey, look, it's best that you get your auto insurance, so that way, if you get stopped, you won't get a ticket."
Okay, so
now I'm not afraid of the police getting behind me.
Right?
Let them stop me. I got my insurance card laying right on the side. I don't care.
Okay. So well, that ain't why you don't care if they stop you. You don't want to tell them the truth? It's because of them courtesy cards that I got you that you're going to get out of a ticket.
See, we was just talking about a person being able to make a mistake, learn from it, and still be able to help somebody. That's what you say you do for...
But he a womanizer, though, so it's a little different.
Have you ever been a womanizer?
No.
You just said you like the president, to be honest, but you can't be honest.
All right, tell me one time I've been a womanizer.
My God. Did you ever use women?
No. When I met a woman, I said, let me uplift this lady. I'm trying to be
You're dishonest.
No, if I saw a woman with a big rump or something like that, real attractive, I'd be like, I wonder what church she go to. You know what I'm saying? I would think, I wonder if she got any kids I could maybe...
Step back, here comes the lightning.
Right.
Step back, here comes the lightning.
I don't understand why y'all sitting up there taking up for Bill Clinton, though.
We just taking up for the fact that you saying that, you want to talk about that he made a mistake.
I didn't say he made a mistake. He didn't make no mistake.
Well, he did something wrong, and now you're saying...
You thought that was a mistake. That wasn't no mistake. He knew exactly what he was doing.
I changed what I said. He did something wrong, and you feel that he can't speak on morals and values and ethics because of a past behavior he done.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What did he do that was wrong?
You talked about him smoking, the sex conduct, and all of that stuff, but you have done some of those same things, and you still go out and try to reach and help people.
Right, but
It doesn't matter because he's the president. He was the president. He's a human being first. Humans are capable of making mistakes. We're not perfect.
Okay, all right. How you doing your math test?
It doesn't matter. I passed today. Now you want to talk about my mistakes and my flaws because I didn't pass a test.
I didn't say nothing. I asked you.
But you're trying to get on this.
All right, man. Okay. All right. So we talked a little bit about Bill Clinton. You know what? This your last week. So you ain't even got to worry about that. You out of here. Right after this, you out of here. And if the banner come up, you might get out quicker than that. Pastor, why would you invite her here to do my show with me, man?
Hey, I think she's a great addition to your show. As a matter of fact, I could not watch the show with you in here by yourself.
Okay.
You wouldn't even know what this... He couldn't... You know what? That's an idea. Let's walk out.
Yeah, please.
And let him do the show.
Yes, please. Oh, Lord. That is good. See, that's the thing, man.
He would talk about himself. He would not know what to talk about.
What kind of pastor are you?
You like
here
we go.
Two people engaging. You like to see us argue.
No, I said let us walk out and let him engage by himself.
If Robin did walk out, see, you don't know her that well. If she did walk out, she would say something She would walk out, and then 30 seconds later, she'll stick her head back in here. And another thing, and what you need to understand, so she ain't gonna leave me alone. So anyway, we got Bill Clinton talking about values and ethics at Cuyahoga Community College.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got Bernie Kosar. I think he got his 3rd DUI.
Wow.
And he supposedly had head injuries. He was a part of that NFL concussion thing. So I mean, like, I understand it because of the field that I'm in, but what I don't understand is how a lot of people don't even hear a lot about what he did. We back to the Zach Reed syndrome. Like, everybody, this is always getting pushed under the desk and pushed under the table. But this man obviously has a problem. And he does the preseason games, and he does some of the preseason games and look like he drunk and talk like he drunk. But they say he got some type of head injuries from getting hit a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I don't know, but you and him probably got the same level of common sense, and you ain't never been hit in the head. So, I don't know.
I don't know. You might be right because I'm talking to you.
Oh, that means you got a head injury?
Something might be wrong with me.
Oh, it's something wrong with you. We could write that down right away. All right, listen. It was a fight at McDonald's that I want to talk about. You ever worked at McDonald's?
Yeah, I did a long time ago. Yeah, about in the 90s. Somewhere.
You ever worked at McDonald's, Pastor?
No, only eat.
Everybody, okay. Mostly everybody had a job at McDonald's. It was a 33-year-old worker got into it with a 19-year-old worker over a hairnet. She asked the girl to put on her hair. The 33-year-old lady was the manager. She asked the 19-year-old girl to put on a hairnet. They get into an argument. They start fighting. Solon police was called, and somebody ended up going to jail.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a little deep, man. Like, and you know what color they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because our people always act out a little bit.
And then it's probably the fact that these teenagers today, especially was 19, teenagers don't like authority figure. They don't like nobody telling them what to do. And even though that was her manager, she wanted to do what she wanted to do. She didn't want to wear the hairnet, and that's how the young people is in society today. Most of them, they don't want to be told what to do.
Well, whose fault is that? Is that their fault? Is it the parents' fault? Is it just society? Is it videos? What's influencing them to not want to listen?
I could say it could be different contributing factors. I mean, some of it depends on, you could come from a good household and still your kid can end up make bad decisions.
Like you? I'm asking you, like you. Did you grew up in a good neighborhood? I mean, good family, right?
Yes, I did.
Your mother and father were both two good peoples, and you ended up on crack. Explain to the viewers how that happened.
Me wanting to run my own life. I wanted to party and kick it. Getting high, smoking weed was more important.
And I'm just curious. Did Sean Dollars have anything to do with that?
Well, no, I didn't know him.
Oh, you didn't know him then? Okay,
that's. No, I ain't had nothing to do, Pastor. What did you do? You trying to get me locked up or something I was a dealer or something?
I'm just trying to get an idea of where you played a part of this. And it sounds like you played a good part. You came after that part.
Yeah. I came after that.
So that's a part of the Safehouse Show. We want to let people know that it is safe to console in you, but I don't think they're finding that out.
Oh,
right
no,
now.
They find it out. They know.
Oh, on the show.
A lot of people that view the show, like I told her before,
okay.
Most of the people that view this show are criminals. Okay, they got criminal backgrounds. I told her last week, she was like one of her friends. You said professional lady, right? I told her stop watching. Okay, I don't want that type of audience. It kills my street cred. Okay, I don't want nothing but criminal. If you ain't got nothing in your background, this ain't the show for you. Okay, but yeah, so. I mean, but it's like that for real, and I agree with you. Most of the young, because I coach youth football. Shout out to Power 6. We 5-1. We on our way to the playoffs. The Pee Wee division, well, actually all our division, termite, midget, Pee Wee, and bantamweight, we all going to the playoffs. You could look that up on clevelandmuni.com. But I work with a lot of kids, and they have behavioral problems. They have problems with their mouth. They have problems with, That was the pastor's phone, and if you ain't know, he has some chopped and screwed music on his phone. So this type of pastor we got. You should go to his church. His church is live. They be hitting switches and 6 phones.
You need to stay off the pastor.
What do you mean his phone went off in the middle of the show?
Sometimes your phone might go off.
My phone ain't went off in the middle of the show.
But finish talking about the young kids. They do have behavior problems. So what you think
Whose
contributes?
boss are you? You that's gonna just boss me around, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, the contributing factor are the way that we're raised. Okay.
So you think if you raise wrong, you be bad, and people that be raised right turn out good?
Well, I believe that the more tolerant the parent, the worse the behavior. You know, I believe that the majority of the parents today are too lazy to be good parents. That means if you have to punish your child, that might mean you might not be able to leave. Or that might mean you might have to take your child with you somewhere that you go. You know, but it takes a lot of work to discipline your child properly. You understand what I'm saying? So with me, I interact with kids all the time with behavioral problems. You know, I got one kid that I just recently told to run a lap, and he told me he wasn't running no lap. I said, well, you could take off the equipment and go home. But the problem is, if they don't respect their parents, if they don't respect their mother or their father, then they're not going to respect their coaches. So if they don't respect their parents, they're not going to respect their teachers. Mm-hmm. So what happens is, just like this young lady went to work, an authoritative figure asked her to put on a hairnet, she probably said, I ain't got to do nothing. Got smart, the lady didn't respond in a professional manner, and they ended up fighting in the middle of a McDonald's, you know. And that's not good for nobody. So right. I wanted to talk about that. Pastor, you got anybody at your church with behavioral problems? Everybody at your church.
Well, you know, I just got one person in my church that has a behavioral problem, and that's George Clinton. You know, he's yeah.
So that's what he was doing. He was
I was trying to get George Clinton the atomic dog.
Okay.
You know, something to give you some remembrance, since you said you didn't know about George Clinton, but you knew the title of the song.
I'm too young.
He knew the title of that song, though, didn't he?
Right, yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did the atomic dog back in the day.
Oh yeah, come on, Sean. Hey, I got the camera on. You show us the atomic dog.
I ain't doing no atomic dog, and I'm way too cool to be standing up here in the studio doing the atomic dog dance.
Okay,
I'm way too smooth for that.
Okay.
So I want to talk about that. Then, oh man, I gotta ask y'all a question, man, because I thought that this was extremely. Do any of you know who Bill Young is?
Bill Young. No.
He's a Democrat representative. He's a. This gentleman apparently found out this morning that he had died through Fox News. He was white. And I told you guys can go on the Huff Report. You can find any of the stuff that I bring up, because I know some of it is just ridiculous. This guy was watching the news this morning when Fox News announced that he had died suddenly for health reasons. Could you imagine watching TV and finding out that you died, or somebody said you died? Could you imagine what type of disturbance this caused in this man's personal life?
Right.
Somebody called and said, somebody announced, and then not only did Fox pick it up, but other news stations heard it from Fox, saying Fox is reputable, and they started to announce it because they didn't want to be behind the curve, you know, of announcing this guy's death, man. And I thought that was.
So now he got to prove that who he is, because they say.
Oh no! Everybody knows who he is. It was just the fact of the matter that they had announced he was dead, and you know.
That's crazy.
Right. See, but that's probably like a move that the pastor would do to fake his own death so he can collect the insurance money. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them type of moves. But he didn't even try that move. This was made beyond his control.
We see what your level of thinking is. The pastor ain't said, he don't say stuff like that. That's you.
You never get my back. You know that? I was noticing that, man. I was noticing that. I remember one time we was riding together, Pastor. I got pulled over. She was like, he did it. He was speeding. They was like, we came to tell you had a tail light out, but she had already So now I got a speed ticket and a tail light, man. You ain't
Robert, no, you didn't. You didn't tell her, man, he was speeding.
Yes, she did. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. She a tattoo having motorcycle ride. You telling about riding a motorcycle?
I'm scared to ride a motorcycle.
You ain't never been on a motorcycle?
Yeah, but I'm scared.
Okay,
Because
all
you
right.
drive too fast.
That mic is very important.
Yeah,
that
you
that-
drive fast.
There
You
you
drive
go.
fast. Like, on one day we was doing on the freeway, and he want to see how fast the car can go.
Wow.
Putting it past the 100. Who do that?
Yeah, I heard that show about that show.
With
Yeah.
other people in the car with you. Play with your own life.
We had this conversation.
He thinks
Did you hear the show where she was talking about we had got into it because she didn't have a seatbelt on?
Right.
We was right, exactly. And I just believe that if we love each other, like you love your wife.
Oh,
I've seen you.
absolutely. Absolutely.
If you and her are speeding in the car, you don't have your seatbelt on. Why should she put hers on? Like, if I'm gonna die, we gonna die together. Why? She shouldn't want to live without me. And I went to see her put her seatbelt on.
something wrong with it.
Something's wrong.
Listen.
There's something really, really wrong
I
here,
don't
Robin.
understand that. I don't understand y'all logic.
Okay.
Y'all gotta explain it to me.
So if you jump off a bridge, Robin should jump off the bridge. Haven't you ever
If
been
we
told?
love each other, why would she want to live without me, Pastor?
No, because she can collect that insurance money, okay, and move on.
No,
It's your legacy. Keep your legacy going.
She's
That's
not
a
gonna
good
be able
idea.
to sleep at night, Pastor. You don't understand.
The insurance money.
Are you guys married? Are you
Oh, the
guys?
insurance money.
Wait. Let me get pastoral here.
Okay, let's go.
Are y'all married?
We're
No.
going to get married as soon as her financial status changes. I'm gonna marry her.
He's married.
She's
for
about
money.
to. Yes,
He's married for money.
I already
That's
love
what
her.
he said.
I love her to death. I've did everything I could do. She know I love her.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting on her to further her education so we can go and get married. So once she start making this big money, then we gonna get married.
No
So-
comment.
No, right. No comment.
No comment.
Tell it,
comment.
baby. Tell him it all makes sense.
No, it don't.
Look. I was gonna marry her before, but she's trying to. Y'all don't understand. See, y'all at home think
understand.
I'm a butthole, and I'm not. I'm a good man. You have to
Okay.
explain to them. If I do anything, like when she's in school, like when she was going to get her nursing degree, I had to set the stage so nothing was a distraction.
Right.
Had her quit her job, paid all the bills so she could just concentrate on school.
That's beautiful.
If I would have did some other things and clouded her mind with other things, it would have been hard for her to concentrate on that.
Right.
So we are going to get married one day, but I want her to finish her education. And the fact that she's going to be making $200,000, $150,000, $160,000 a year, I'm not about to get in the way of that. And I'm going to be happy about that. You know what I'm saying? Because our financial status changes. So she done went from not making nearly as much money as me to close to making as much as me.
Okay.
Then she gonna be almost
She's gonna be making more than you.
right, and that's not gonna bother me at all.
Sure,
Because
of course not.
I'm gonna take care of the finances in the house with
I'm gonna leave
both
him
our money.
when I graduate.
You gonna
I
leave
ain't
me?
gonna want to get married.
And what did we discuss? So once you start making real money, you gonna want to leave me and okay.
Because
Are you
this is
familiar
what I-
with?
this
Are
is
you
what I
familiar?
asked them. I said,
But are
we've
you
been
familiar?
together over 12 years.
12
Yes,
years?
I said I can't even get a ring. Now I got about maybe 2 more years of school, but I gotta wait to get the ring. So if I gotta wait to get the ring,
I bought her a car when she asked me
you see
for
what
a ring.
He afraid of.
Because she couldn't get to work on that ring. I wanted to see her put that ring down and kind of gallop on it like a horse. Be like, lady, where you going?
Hey, that's like your Tommy dog. See, he's doing
I'm
Tommy
going to
dog.
work on my
I
ring.
thought you was too cool to do that.
No, I'm just saying.
yeah.
See, so you're not being honest.
I'm being honest.
You're not being honest.
12 years. That's good. That's a good time to know somebody. That's a good time to know somebody.
I know her well enough to know that we gonna have that once
That
we
you would-
live together,
that
we
you
need a
would-
bigger house.
right.
Because I'm gonna have like a secluded area of the house that she can't even come in. You know, she can hit me on the intercom. Yeah, because I don't know. See, I'm a chauvinist, man. Okay, I believe that a woman's place is in the kitchen and the bedroom. That's what I'm.
Okay, I hope we got female callers listening.
I just joking, man.
Any
I just
female
joking.
callers? Let's
See,
put
you
that number
ain't
back
put
up.
the number
Let's
up,
put that
man.
number
No,
back up
I
here.
don't.
Sean Dollars
No,
is a
I don't
male
believe that.
chauvinist, and he believes women should be
Tell him
barefoot in the kitchen
Tell him,
and
baby.
pregnant,
Tell him I
cooking
don't
his
feel
dinner.
like that. Tell him.
And only time you can call him is when you intercom him. But ladies, you can call right now at 347-539-5088.
Baby, tell him.
Give him a
Tell
call.
him I don't feel like that. I'm just joking.
Baby, I can't say nothing.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Pastor, he needs some counseling.
Yeah, I don't want to counsel you guys right now on the air, but I do see a need
Right,
for
because you're
some
gonna cuss,
counseling.
right? Because you're gonna cuss. And
Well,
you don't
well,
want
you
to
know,
throw
well,
that
well, you
out there.
know, I mean, it is no secret out in the Christian community that when I first started ministry, I was known as the cussing preacher. Most people know that. So you're not saying nothing that
that's
nobody
funny,
don't know.
That's
Okay.
funny. I would
That's
like
right.
to see that, but I told you my boy Beckham, he cuss all the time. He'll be helping you in cuss. But no, I'm not a male chauvinist.
Okay.
It's one of those things where some things we're gonna have to get better together with.
Right.
Something
Well,
like you might
you're
go
never
into a
gonna have a
situation,
perfect marriage.
something exactly. So I've accepted her flaws. She got a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So I accepted it. What you laughing for?
And
You ain't got a lot of flaws.
she's accepted a lot of yours.
No. I'm telling you, when I do something wrong, I'm gonna let her know.
But Sean, can I tell you something?
Huh?
You ain't gotta let her know.
Okay.
She'll already know.
But I don't do a lot wrong. I'm telling you, I don't
That's
do a
good.
lot wrong.
That's good.
All right, let me
Okay, come on, let's
let me,
continue with
let
the
me
show.
go back to the thing because it done got way
Because the
too
marriage
personal.
counseling session is about $100 an hour.
Oh my
and,
God.
and Sean is funny when it comes to the money.
Right,
So
right.
What you
you
mean, right? All my money you done spent. Now I'm funny with. Okay. All right. I paid for them tattoos on your arm.
wow.
What's the next topic?
All right, now I want y'all to check out this story. It's a lady named Jessie Mulligan.
Jesse Mulligan.
Right.
That's the one.
She accidentally texted a detective about buying some dope. She had hit the wrong number. She was trying to call her drug dealer. She allegedly text messaged a narcotic detective offering drugs for sale. It says, now she may have to trade her cell phone for a jail cell. This was in Nevada County, California, and this happened last Friday morning. So what she did was she accidentally texted a detective about buying some drugs.
How she had the detective number in her phone?
She missed. You ever dial somebody's number and miss one number?
Right. Yeah.
This lady got the worst luck in the world. She got the worst. The only thing be
Well, maybe
worse than
not.
that is you don't think so?
No.
You think it was fate?
Now she'll get some help. Right.
Well, she ain't gonna get no help. she gonna get locked up. She ain't gonna get no help. It's just like a married
No,
man.
she'll get help. I mean, there was no transaction.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean,
The judge will probably give her some sort of probation.
I doubt it. A friend of mine, a guy that I know, answered the phone. This is a guy I grew up with from Garden Valley, and I just recently found out about this. This guy been selling dope for years, since I was a kid. Very successfully. Never been to jail, never. And I don't promote that, but this is just the facts. He been successful selling dope for maybe 25 years.
Wow.
A guy that he supposedly was helping, trying to help get some money or whatever, got caught up with the federal government. The feds told him to set him up for this transaction. When this guy called my friend,
Okay.
asked him if he had some. That was just one question. He said, man, you got it? He said, yeah. That was it. 15 years. One word. He said, yeah. He didn't say, hey, you got some cocaine, you got some drugs, you got some heroin. He said, man, do you got it? He said, yeah. They gave him 15 years.
And what did they find?
Nothing.
Come on, Sean.
Listen to me.
That
The
don't
gu-
sound real.
Sean.
I would give you this guy's name if he wasn't a friend of mine. This guy got busted.
He was being
Was-
watched. He was being watched for a while.
I don't know what
Oh, he
happened.
had to
I
be.
know he got found guilty for saying one word.
Okay.
They busted this other guy with this dope.
Right.
They arrested him, asked him where he got it from, said if you roll over, we'll lessen your sentence.
Right.
He said okay. He called this guy, asked him if he had it.
Right.
Now, it could have been anything. He said, do you
Sure.
have it? He said, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. And then
They kicked in his door
They kicked in his door, and he had
and
it.
arrested him.
But he had it.
That part of the story, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Sean.
So
If he
maybe
said
he
he had it,
maybe.
then-
But if
probably
he's been
walked-
selling dope for 25 years, I doubt if he got it in the house he's sitting in.
Oh yeah.
He's way smarter than that. So Well, maybe that's a part of the story that
Right,
I have to let you know. I don't know.
Two sides of a story.
Yeah, but I know what I told you that happened, but I
Right.
don't know if they kicked in his door if he had it with him. But he just said yeah. So the problem that I got with that is if he said yeah,
Sure.
he been selling dope for 25 years, it ain't in his house. I find that too hard to believe. You ain't that stupid.
It probably wasn't in his house. It could have been next door. It could have been anywhere. But the point is, when he said yeah, the guy knows his habits. He says, this is what I do. I go to the door. He opens the door. He says, I'll be right back. He goes next door. He gets it or whatever.
Right.
And you know, and
that's
so
usually how you know so much about the dope game.
Anyway, Sean.
No, you used to be in the game, Pastor.
No, sir. No, never was in the game.
Then how you know how to transact?
It's just called wisdom.
Okay.
This is called wisdom.
Well, I ain't that wise about drug transactions, man. What else you smart about, man?
You
know how to rob people?
Oh, absolutely. Here, give me a piece of paper. Here, give me a piece of paper and pen. I'm gonna write a note, and I'm gonna send him to the bank with it. This is a stick up. I got a gun. Give me all your money.
No.
And he'll walk in there with the bank with that letter.
Right.
Okay, I'm sitting back here.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I got a question for you,
Go ahead.
Pastor. Who was the gentleman that I was on the phone? Oh yeah, I wanna also tell you guys that are watching right now from your cell phones. If you when you go to that page, you see a box that says donate. If you find it in your heart, please donate to the show. It's black ran, black operated, and the bill is pretty much being fitted or afforded by one person. So whatever it is, whatever you want to donate, it'll be greatly appreciated. But I go on the web page on my phone, and I'm watching the show, and there's some gentleman with like a S curl and some glasses.
S curl. And
yeah, he got like a
glasses.
little short afro and some glasses. He be in here DJing.
Oh yeah, Reverend White.
Reverend White.
Reverend
Okay.
White, yeah.
All right. I ain't know he was a reverend, so we gonna move.
Reverend
right
Tim White. Move right along.
Why would you say right? You act like I talk about people. I don't say nothing wrong about nobody.
Sean, they didn't heard you on the show. You don't have a problem with talking about people.
Yes, sir.
Openly or privately, you'll talk about them. You've been trying to get at the pastor since the show began.
If I talked about people, I would talk about Arlen Clark, which is a friend of mine.
Then you put his whole name.
Oh, I
out
did
there.
say his whole.
How you know?
No, because that's my boy, and he's supposed to be moving to Atlanta.
And you gonna be sad?
No, am I gonna be sad?
Yeah.
That's his third cancellation.
How many you get before you
3.
actually get 3? Oh, okay, then I'm past.
You're done.
Pastor, listen,
You're
one
done.
of my best friends, man, ever
Okay.
is moving to Atlanta for a job opportunity.
Good for him.
Why would you say that, man? It's one of my best friends. I don't want him to leave.
Okay.
So
But think of it like this. Now, when you're in Atlanta, you got somebody you can visit.
Nah, man, I ain't good at
Have
that,
a
man.
good
'Cause
time.
I've been to Atlanta before. You ever been to Atlanta?
Oh, sure. My family's in Atlanta.
I hated Atlanta when I went to Atlanta.
Okay. Well,
I've never seen so many homosexuals in my life, man. It was disgusting.
wow. Where were you at?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Just
I
out
went
and
to
about.
Lenox Mall.
Oh,
I went to. You ever been to Lenox Mall?
No.
I was told afterwards that that's the gay bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, men were holding hands and doing all. It was really like I used to be homophobic. I'm okay with. I believe that God,
Right.
Everybody got a right to live and survive or whatever. But I had never had homosexuality put in my face
like that.
and
Wow.
it was just really. It was a culture shock. It was like I couldn't believe it. Like I had a guy. I'm in the underground. You ever been in the underground?
No.
It's a little downtown mall.
Okay. No, I haven't been. I have family in Atlanta, but we don't frequent those places.
Okay. So you usually around your family.
Right.
So we go to Atlanta, we go to a place called the Underground, and they got like stores and stuff. So I'm standing in the store, me and a buddy of mine named Kevin. We went into the store and he was buying something. So I came out. I didn't see anything that I liked. So I'm standing outside the store and some guy walks past and he like, "Hey man, what's up?" I'm like, "What's happening, dude?" And I'm, looking around, checking on the side. He like, "Man, what's up with you?" Like, "I'm chilling. What's up with you?" I'm like, "Man, you must think I'm somebody." He was like making conversation with me. I
Right.
figured I ain't never been down here before. I said,
Right.
"Man, you must think I'm somebody else.
Right.
I ain't from around here." He's like, "No, I'm just trying to see what's up." I can't tell you what I said. because it's a Christian show. But it was like that. I mean, it was real. We went to Lenox
I mean,
Mall.
was he? Oh, he was homosexual.
He looked like us.
Or was he trying to?
He was trying to pick him up.
He was trying to holler at me.
He was trying to holler at you.
Yeah.
Okay. He wasn't trying to see if he had any dope or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
He was like, "What's up?" I'm like, "What's up, dude?" I say, "Oh man, you must think I ain't from around here. You must think I'm somebody else." He's like, "No, I'm just trying to see what's up with you." So I said some words to him. We go to Lenox Mall.
Okay. Wait. So you said some words to him, and then what happened? Choice words, I take it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was the words I chose.
Okay,
I don't know if that was
right.
choice words.
Right.
And he went on about his business,
Okay.
you know. But it's so many down low. Like you could see who's gay
Right,
by
right.
the way they carry themselves,
Right,
you know.
right.
But then they say they got so many people down there that are down low, like they look like us,
Right.
you know. And they make like he just made general conversation with
Right.
me, and I'm like being cordial,
Cordial,
like,
right.
Yeah.
And coming in-
dude trying to like one guy, man. I hope Kevin watching. Kevin, if you watching, man, call the show. Me and my dude Kevin, we walking through the mall. One guy almost fell down the escalator looking at my dude. You know, me and my dude in there about to buy some cologne. Dude, like, turned his head, people holding hands. It was disgusting, man. It was
Wow.
awful. And every time I hear someone talk about Atlanta, they hot Atlanta and Atlanta this and Atlanta that, it's so live. I didn't get that.
Wow.
I didn't get that. It
You
was
at the wrong spots. That's all.
every spot I went to, we was there for 3 days.
Well, what does that tell you, Sean?
Well, they tell me that my dude going down there because he got ulterior motives.
That's wrong.
Say,
I mean, wait a minute.
Atlanta or San
Wait a
Francisco,
minute.
man. They-
I mean, you was down in Atlanta. You was at all the gay spots.
no, I wasn't at the gay spot. What is wrong with you, man?
You was at all the gay
See what I'm
spots.
saying?
Not
So
you.
you ain't gonna take one from me?
No.
You gonna let it
You,
protect
let me
me?
finish. Let me
Okay.
finish.
All right.
I'm saying, the person you was visiting or the person that went down there with you, your boy or whatever, he's the one that's taking you to all these spots, man.
No, that ain't what happened. What happened was we got one of these books
Oh,
that show
okay.
you all the clubs. He wanted to go to strip club, like we went to Magic City or some type of
Okay.
big thing.
Yeah.
To go. I'm not in the strip club, so it didn't do anything for me. But he, he had a nice time.
Sure, of course he said that in front of Robin. And
Right.
that was a choice. That's a choice word.
words.
First of all,
The words that he
Robin
used.
know I tell you the truth.
Right, you
all
tell
the
him the
time.
truth. I know.
Me and Robin got to stand in agreement. You want to tell him what it is, or you want me to tell him?
You
See her smiling? Yeah. If I ever meet Angelina Jolie,
Okay.
everything is off. Okay.
She ain't
Everything
all
is
that.
off.
Angelina Jolie. ain't all
Angelina
that.
Jolie is fine, man.
No, she's not.
She is fine.
She only looked fine in that show, that movie,
no.
where she's
You talking about
Tomb
Tomb Raider?
Raiders.
No. She
But other than that, she's not all that.
man, listen,
She's not all that, man.
man, that woman fine. You fine too, baby, but she white and fine. Okay. But anyway, so my buddy is leaving, man, and
Oh, okay. That's okay.
that's cold.
You just
That's cold. That is so
Wait.
cold, man. If
Call
I like
in.
white
Call
women-
in if you know any white women out there listening that like Sean Dollars. Give us a call at 347-539-5088.
She fine and white.
And you guys gonna put me out there, just knock me right out of the black race. I like white women.
Well, you said it.
You did. The pastor heard it.
I heard. I mean, and the millions of people that's going to be listening to this program over the next few days.
Well, I think you fine, Robin, and we're gonna
Amen.
move along, man, because y'all
Amen.
gonna sit up here. He said I'm going to gay clubs.
Well, you
saying I like
no,
white
I
women.
didn't say. Didn't he say to us that
I'm
he
so
was
glad
at?
my dude coming
He was
back,
frequenting. He was frequenting gay establishments.
Yes.
man. I did not say
The
anything
underground,
about
Lenox
underground.
Mall, this place.
Those are regular places for regular people.
But you
Atlanta
said
just
all you seen was
But all you saw was
Exactly.
homosexuals.
exactly.
So what does that
So
tell
you
you?
saying I got a gaydar? I just walk around and gay people.
Gay. Gay.
Yeah, it was horrible, man.
Yeah, that
It
sounds
was
rough, man. That sounds tough.
you may not go though. You don't know. You haven't made a final decision, so
What you
may
mean?
not go.
Nah, he going. He getting out of here. He done got me all emotional about him leaving. He better leave, or we ain't gonna be friends. Either way, our friendship gonna take a hit. Cause you can't tell me you leaving, then get me all messed up. That my boy gonna be gone and then stay. You know what I'm saying? So either way, he out of here. It's the same thing. What are you laughing at? Man, let's talk about you, Robin. Since you got this promotion, you've been really writing people up, and you like took over. Yeah, don't look like that. You know I know. So now you the boss, and you done flipped on all your friends.
No, I haven't
Did you write the girl up?
Not yet.
That's HR stuff. Be careful what you say.
Oh yeah. You don't
She
want to
can't
do
bring her
that.
job in here like that.
All right. So anyway, we about to talk about Levance.
Oh no.
Levance Liney, my man.
We about to talk about Levance. Now Levance is supposed to be coming back next week, right? So he finished his parenting classes, right?
So he getting custody. He got custody already, right?
Them people better not get him custody of no kids. You ever Levance? Come on, man. I don't care how many classes he took. It don't qualify you. You ever took first aid? I mean, CPR.
Sure.
I went to a CPR course. We had to do it for my football team.
Okay.
I left there. They gave me my certification. They gave me my little card. I got it in my wallet right now. Mm-hmm. I was not confident that I could do that I could get somebody CPR when I left there.
Most people aren't.
I wasn't confident at all, man. I was happy to have it because I had to have this certification.
Sure.
But when I left there, I'm like, man, I hope I don't never have to get nobody CPR. I'm not going to remember all that. 25 pumps on the chest and lean the chin back. But I'm just saying, those are some of the things.
It'll come to you, though.
Right.
Like, I went through nursing school. We didn't do this stuff, like, every day. But when I started working, I was like, oh, my God, if anything major happened, am I going to be able to deal with it? So, you know, you go to school, they train you, they prepare you, but you don't know until you actually face with the situation.
Well, hold on. Why don't you share with the viewers how you killed that lady?
No, you need to stop saying that. I did not kill anybody.
Okay, what happened then?
Oh, my God.
All right, let me tell y'all what happened. Robin she's a good nurse. She good with people, and they all love her at her job. All the jobs I've ever been to, they love her. So she goes to work this particular day, and one of her residents had an accident, and usually that's something she gives to the nurse assistant, the STNAs. But this was one of her favorites, so she's cleaning the lady up. Something that she don't have to do, and the lady was kind of embarrassed. So she was older, she was on hospice, but she still had her wits. And she said she felt bad that Robin had to clean her up. So Robin is telling her, you know, everybody needs somebody, and she's cleaning her up, and she gets the lady to smiling, and the lady's laughing, and the lady's laughing real hard, and
Don't say it.
She's sitting right there, man. You ain't heard her deny nothing. That lady heart couldn't handle. Robin is being funny like she normally is.
No.
This lady heart couldn't handle that type of excitement.
She didn't die from a heart attack.
Okay.
This
lady was on hospice.
She died from laughter?
No, she didn't die from laughter.
She died right after you was
dying anyway.
Okay.
She was.
And you rushed it along with the. Okay.
No, she was already dying. Her blood pressure was already below the normal range. Her pulse ox was very, very low. She was laughing. She had her last
you
bowel
can't
movement.
even get it
because
out,
I
man.
put it on the radio. She had her last bowel movement, and it's a stimulation from the bowel movement. That was her last one. Once she got in the bed, she did pass. She died.
Okay.
No,
Now,
that's not what happened, Pastor.
No. She was there, but it still reminds me of people that say, you know, you stop it, you're killing me, you're making me laugh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you made her laugh until she pooped.
No, she
and
was.
Then
No. She was going to she didn't want to poop in her pants. So that's the reason why she wanted to get out of bed to go to the bathroom.
Oh, man.
Is that the medical term, poop?
Well, come on, man.
I'm asking her because
bowel movement.
She asked me something.
She had a bowel movement.
Okay.
She still had enough about herself where she didn't have pride where she didn't want to use the bathroom on herself.
Right.
Now she was already weak. The woman could barely move. She
and
had
you made her laugh
cancer.
hard.
And like I said, her blood pressure and everything was already low. She had stopped eating for days.
Right.
So she went to the bathroom. And she was laughing, making jokes, and I was laughing with her.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So after she had the bowel movement, if you know when you go to the bathroom, if you're straining, if it's hard, how much pressure that puts on you. Most people, before they die, they use the bathroom for one last time, just in case you didn't know. So anyway, once she got back in her wheelchair, she was even weaker. So by the time we got her to the bed, Within 5 minutes, she had died. But I did have her laughing. She was like, "Oh, I
that's
just
nice.
love you so much." And she laughed, she laughed, she laughed. But her daughter was so pleased that I was the one with her because her mother didn't go along, and she had laughter before she
Right.
went.
We
That's
wasn't talking about that.
That is good.
We
I don't
wasn't.
have
Hold
the
on,
power to-
Pat.
No, that's a good thing. That's a
I did
beautiful
not.
thing.
But
I did not. I do not.
Don't-
have
Did
the
you say
power.
you were
Excuse
shocked?
me.
You said
I was-
I've never seen nobody just die like that,
I have
and you
not,
said you
but
were shocked.
I'm not the one that. I don't have the power to take someone
How long
home.
you been
God
in that
called
field?
her home,
How long
and
you
I
been
didn't
in
have
that
anything
field?
to do with
But how
that.
long have you been in that field?
What you mean in a nursing field?
Yes.
Over 12 years. I was an STNA for 10, and I've been a nurse almost 3.
And out of all that time, you've seen people leave this earth.
I've never seen nobody go to the bathroom and be
Laugh
laughing.
hard.
You keep
gotta
stressing
put-
hard. She was laughing. She
Right, she
had
was
some
joyful.
Right.
I
And
got
she
you.
was seeing things. She was saying something was there that wasn't there. She was going on. You don't know what's the process that happens when somebody dies.
And she was seeing things, and people and stuff like that. So
Yes.
she was.
She was going on, and
Yeah.
she was seeing stuff wasn't there. She was talking about they was here to get. You don't know what was going on.
What
but
was so shocking about it
Because
then?
I've never seen someone go from talking to me, thanking me, telling me how much they appreciate all I've ever done from them, to not breathing. She was telling me, "I thank you. I'm glad you did all this stuff for me. I've been taking care of the woman for 2 years." All she was doing was thanking me, saying I've been so good to her. So to have somebody verbally like talking like that, then to not talking, it was shocking. I've never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, that would be.
And it was heartbreaking. But
Well-
I did
well-
not kill her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, you
go ahead.
just said you
Go
make
ahead.
me
That's
laugh
nice.
to death.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know the one thing, because we had a conversation once before and the pastor didn't know about it. You keep saying poop. Is that the medical
I
term?
said bowel movement.
Bowel movement.
I said
Now-
poop.
Okay.
She says bowel.
Okay. Now, do you want to share with the pastor when you were taking your medical test and you asked me that question?
No, because that's the pastor.
No, I'm saying when you and I were together,
Right.
you were taking your medical test, and you asked me a question, I answered it, and you tried to tell me I was wrong.
But you were wrong.
I was not wrong. Now, we dealing with medicine, so we about to, it's going, you
No.
know.
Well, we only got 8 minutes. left.
Okay, all right. Well, Robin asked me one time. She doing her test. She thinks she's smart because she know all this
And
stuff.
she is.
She like, well, do you know the medical term? What you laughing
No,
for?
I'm
Because
not
I thought
the-
I was.
like the pastor. He like getting you. He see you like trying to put me down
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Yeah, and I'm trying
Listen,
to figure out.
I'm not trying to put. I'm not
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
put.
figure out. I mean, you know, you
I'm
guys.
not trying to put you down, killer.
Let's the pastor.
What you say, Pat?
Well, I'm just trying to figure. I see the chemistry here. There's no doubt about it, and I'm sure he's not like this off the air.
Yes.
I pray he's not like this off the air, Rob.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I know. Pray for me.
But listen,
Most people ask me how you gotta love him.
You really do.
Have to.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
Yeah.
she don't have
You
no
just
choice.
made a choice. A
She don't have no
conscientious choice.
Let me
Right.
tell you something, Pastor.
Uh-huh.
She fell in love with me, so she really don't. She don't have no choice.
Pastor, y'all got a prayer list?
No,
Yeah,
she
we
don't
do.
have no
Uh-huh.
choice. You got to put some
We-
money
we
down
put
in
some-
his church. They don't just
Yeah.
take a prayer.
Right now that he's right. He's right about that. Now, if you want to express prayer, the one that get through immediately, that's $100.
Okay.
Right? Oh.
Now, if you just want to
You
pray
see
that.
how he said $100?
He said $100.
Now
It went
you got
straight
$100.
street.
Hey, I've been watching. Hey, I haven't watched it, but I've been hearing about the preachers of L.A. And we got another
Is
show
it
that
deep?
does that. You know what? I don't know if it's all that deep. I think people really there's two. You know, they either love it or they hate it. Put it that way. But I'm just joking.
I got. We know you joking. I got a problem with people that make themselves bigger than the church or bigger than God. Like it's certain things I don't understand, and I don't want to get into it.
Well, you
on
know,
this show.
sometimes it's
We'll
not even
wait
people. It's people put people on pedestals.
but sometimes people put themselves on pedestals.
Well, they're quick to fall.
Well, you got people, and everybody gonna know what I'm talking about. But they got people on the show that give people money for certain things,
Right.
but they do it on the air.
Right.
If I do something for God,
Right.
you and I are not going to discuss it.
That's right.
Because it's either for him,
Right.
or it's for credibility.
And the Bible clearly says that. The Bible says, you know, when you do your alms, when you do your giving, don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. Do it unto the Lord, and then you get your reward in secret. What you do in secret, what you do in secret, God will reward you openly.
Exactly.
And unfortunately,
and that's true.
Yeah.
And I don't go to church here, but I know I make sacrifice for God, and I'm always taking care. I always got enough, and I know that God is taking care of me.
Exactly.
And but this was the thing. She was studying on her test, and she got mad at me because I was right. She didn't want to give me the credit. We were talking about medical terms.
All right.
And do you remember what you asked me? She said, you're going to laugh once I remind you. She doing a test. Now, I don't know why, I guess she's doing anatomy. So she was like, do you know the correct name for, you remember now? Right. Now, what did you ask me?
I'm not finna say that.
Hey, this is biology. What did you talking about? She asked me. She was like, do you know the correct name for the penis tip? Is that what you asked me?
I think that's what it was.
She was like, do you know the correct name for the penis tip? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, what? And I was like, I'm smart. I went to school. I know the human body. I know the correct name. She said, you don't know the correct name. I said, baby, I do know the correct. Well, tell me. I said, I ain't got to tell you. She's like, I bet you don't know. I said, okay, what you want to bet? So I think we betted something. She said, well, what's the correct name for the tip of the penis? I said, it's called the helmet. And she didn't want to.
The show has digressed.
I told him not.
The show has digressed.
What's wrong with him?
Listen, man, we talking. Listen,
we've gone from Bill Clinton to the penis tip.
Well, what we were talking,
which makes sense because that's a great way to set up a great show. From Bill Clinton to a penis tip.
Right. And we're going to wind it down on that part of the show. But we were talking about medical terms, so we went from one segue to another.
And maybe it's Bill here to talk about medical terms. Man,
he might be.
He
might be. What we got on there, man? I think we winding this down. How much time we got?
We got 2 minutes.
All right, we got 2 minutes. First of all, I really want to thank you, Robin. I want to thank you for filling in for Levance. You really did an excellent job.
Excellent job.
And this is not your show. And you don't have about 2 or 3 fans, but you did a good job. And I appreciate you coming on my show. I probably couldn't have did it without you.
No, you couldn't.
The pastor went out on me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Had to do his own thing. Levance.
Had to get the ATMs installed.
And I took time out of my busy day studying. I put a lot into, making sure I was here for you.
You did. You did. You spent this whole last show checking me, and I didn't appreciate that.
I check you at the house, too, but, the pastor noticed you always trying to put me down, say I kill people. I don't kill people.
Okay.
My God.
Now you sure? Because I got some more information.
I don't kill people. I love nursing, Pastor.
You ever kidnapped somebody?
Yes.
You ever kidnapped somebody?
I love what I do. I go to work on days that I don't even get paid.
You're right, you do. But you ever kidnapped somebody?
So you talking about something I did in my past.
So I want to thank Robin, man. I'm so grateful that you came on my show. I love you so much, okay?
I love you too. Pastor, I told him I want a ring for Christmas. So
Amen. And I pray that you get
That's
one.
only
you know what I do? I don't waste my prayers on stuff like that. I say my prayers, but for real stuff. I don't. God, can you help me get a car? I'm not wasting my prayers. I want to send some real stuff.
I want a ring for Christmas.
He ain't Santa Claus. You see how much weight he lost? You act like he's just Santa Claus I want a ring.
That's okay. You know what? I believe that Sean Dollars is going to get you that ring. At least 3 carats.
3 carats? Miss James, could you call in real quick and get your husband off of me? Hey, listen, I want to thank y'all for watching.
6 carats. It was a 6 carats that I got her.
You got your wife a 6 carat diamond ring?
I got 3 or 6, something like that.
It's 3.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no 6 carat diamond ring,
It's been 5-6 years ago, so I don't remember.
It was 3.
But I know it's a nice rock.
Because if you got her 6 carats, we will never be in the same room with your wife. You putting that type of pressure on people, you a hater, Pastor. How you gonna do that to other men?
Okay, well we know you got 3 coming.
Okay, at least
Amen.
3. At least 3.
You done talk me in the. Hey, listen, I want to thank y'all for watching, man. Join me in the unemployment line, because if I buy a 3 carat ring, I ain't going to have no money. Meet us back here next week. Join us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, The Safehouse Show, or email us at safehouseshow@gmail.com. Pastor, you want to say anything to him?
Hey, again, Robin, you've done great. Hopefully this won't be your last time coming back. Even
She'll
if,
come back.
Even if Levance comes back, I think it'll be a great
she'll
show.
come back.
Yeah, because I know Levance. So.
Good.
Yeah, and if he come here, we'll take turns attacking you. It won't be like the pastor. For real.
I don't think Levance will attack Robin.
No, I don't.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you next week. We done.